June 24th, 2022, I went and tried to register. I registered to vote online. And since I registered to vote online, I couldn't go to Costilla County because I updated registration. We got same day voter registration. I did it 4 days in advance, plenty of time. I did it online. So I told them when I lived in the RV park that I lived, in the RV park, and they went ahead and I was there for a year in Conejos County. I got registered there. Then when I went to Costilla County, then I got registered there. Then I wasn't in the Conejos County system. But then I am back in Conejos County and I re-register again, but apparently that's not good enough. He mentioned, you're lying. No, I'm not lying. Why would I lie? That's so stupid. You think the criminal people are the ones that are coming into the office and saying, hey, I'm actually registered, but I'm not? You think I'm some sort of secret shopper with NSA, ATF? What the hell? And they think the first time that Conejos County Democrats, the clerk, Nathan Ruybal, had fucked me over, the office had fucked me over the same. You got one, nice lady. You got one nice lady, and then you got three uglies, Nathan and the two other uglies. One did that, can I help you? Which was, fake. You didn't even ask that question right. No, you can't help me. You're not even... It's can I help you as if you want to help, not as, I don't think you're able to. No, I don't think you're able to help anybody. And it's may I help you? Why don't you get some manners? But one of the uglies doesn't remember that they fucked me over from before. So apparently the job of the clerk of Conejos County, the Democrats, is to make sure the working class Democrats don't vote. They're there to rob you. They're there to rob you through taxes, to fuck you over through oppression, taxes, disrespect. There's probably more, no telling what. But I want to register my vehicle. My vehicle wasn't registered, so I went to register my vehicle. I had one thing but not the other, and it wasn't enough, and then they said no, and so eventually the vehicle just junked out. But I was trying to pay my taxes. I was trying to, get legal with the county. So my vehicle, I went to register a vehicle. I had bought it. The guy was a bit off. He comes with the title in hand. It was his son's title. I had a bill of sale, or I had the title without the bill of sale, something. But just, I want to pay my taxes. You think the problem with society are the people that want to come vote? The people that want to pay their taxes? This is some kind of James Bond scam. Nope. No, I swear, all I want to do is I bought the vehicle and, I had the title and the bill of sale and I'd lost one of them, something like that. I kind of wonder if they're racist. I'm 11% black. America didn't treat Frederick Douglass nor Harriet Tubman right, let alone my black great-grandmother or grandfather. So let's examine my motivations. Why would a person come vote? To have a say in society? That's one reason. That's not much of a say. A check mark. If you donate money, that's actually more than a vote. I went to vote because, the same reason I went to go look for my lost dog. I knocked on people's doors that I thought might hurt me, but I was motivated by goodness and love. And so I said, well, damn, my dog is lost. It might be in somebody's house. Maybe they saw him. I have to ask people. I thought about it, and I lived in Conejos County for 9 months, and I therefore should vote in the district that I live in. I've got property in both Costilla and Conejos County, but Costilla County murdered my puppy. No police protection. A lot of criminals. A lot of crime. I witnessed a lot of stuff. There's 5 native Conejos Countyans who live here. 5 of my dogs are actually born here. Mr. Lily, Don Carlos, Jax, Red Cloud, and Panda Bear. It was like Run, Run, Rudolph. It was like Home Alone. When we came here to Conejos County right after September 17th, 2021. Now, one was either stillborn or born dead. Little Qatari. And I do blame Costilla County for that. So we would have had 6 puppies, but 5 of the puppies were born here in Conejos County. Right here on not Black Mountain, but in Black Lake. So anyways, I stood up for my future family. I'm anti-abuse, anti-crime. I want a community who's got a civil society, sure. But I want one that's dedicated to, security. That would be nice, too. Feeling like Dumbo's mother over here. I saw that kid picking on Dumbo. And we all saw what happened, but the officials didn't. Who would arrest Anne Frank? Well, the Nazis would arrest Anne Frank. That's who. So I don't see any reason to be a Democrat in Conejos County whatsoever. I've been a Democrat for 4 years, so I'm kind of sad about it. I've got nothing to show for it. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. If, somebody robbed, if somebody took something from you, if you fell down, I wouldn't be happy about it. Somebody denied your right to vote, I would not be happy about it. It feels like they're opposed to working class families. If I was leading the Democrats, every position, there would be somebody running for every position. It doesn't seem like they're trying to recruit anybody. It almost seems like they're trying to dissuade good progressive people from, it's like they're right wing. They're conservatives. And so the Democrats are the Republicans now, and the Republicans are batshit crazy. Not for sure. But nobody could say that, never let it be said that I didn't give the Democrats a chance. Take a look at Conejos County. Take a look at Costilla County. I gave the Democrats a chance. I grew up a Republican, and I've been Green Party, pretty, liberal for my since the 2000s. And so not only, it feels like they're opposed to working class. They're opposed to goodness and humanity. Jared Polis is the only reason, to me, it seems like, to stay a Democrat for now. I've been a Democrat for 4 years now, and I'm basically, you're against democracy? I've only asked you for, 3 things, and you said, yeah, you can vote. No, you can't pay your taxes on your car, and no, you can't. No, you can vote. And they said, yes, I could vote when I was living in an RV. So if I'm middle class and I just roll in with an RV, I got an address, I could vote. But if I own property and live here for 9 months, lived here before, lived here on, and lived here after Election Day, you can't vote? And just because I can empathize, it doesn't mean... I was arguing with this one police officer, and she made it seem like because she made a good point or made a point that I could empathize with, like she had won. Oh, I'm supposed to keep on arguing with you? Are you convinced by my argument, or do you just eventually give up? Because I've never seen anybody get convinced by an argument. So my party, I'm, basically out of the Democratic Party. Jared Polis, I'm going to have to write him a letter, because there's a lot of Republicans around here, and it seems like to have a smart, progressive Democrat that's organizing Democrats around here, that would be a good thing. I mean, there's so many things that I could do. There's so many things. Be somebody's assistant, write some grant, and it's not just, sheriffs and commissioners, but you got surveyors, assessors, a whole bunch of things. So, my new party is the anti-Nazi, anti-KKK, anti-Confederate party. I'm going to eliminate any pretense of a Russian invasion. We're not going to give them any reason. Let's just clean up our own dirty racist house. Fuck the Nazis, fuck the KKK, and fuck the Confederates. Fuck a racist, fascist, oppressor, molester. Fuck a dead in the soul authoritarian fascist. Fuck a stupid totalitarian wicked tyrant. Despots and tyrants rue the day I was born. Jean-Jacques Dessalines, Covington, Kentucky, South Side. What's up? Sanford Town forever. Here's the Colorado Constitution. Conejos County, the right to vote. Nobody can interfere with the Coloradans' free exercise of voting. No power, civil or military, shall at any time interfere to prevent the free exercise of the right of suffrage. Article 2, Section 5. That's the 5th Bill of Rights. That's right there at the top. You need some help? I feel silly that I know enough English that I could hear your question and I could hear your tone, and I know that you don't mean to help me at all. Dexter, he could see psychopaths. His father said, you see that? Doctor, it's a psychopath. Donald Garvey something. He was a nurse. Killed dozens of people. He was in a position of authority. Nobody would think it was him. You need some help? It's better to feign ignorance. It's nice. I was riding a bike and I had headphones and... Hey! You can't ride your bike through here? Huh? I can't hear you. What? I don't speak American Anglo-Saxon. Go talk to the next guy. Huh? can I help you? Not unless you got a Milton Friedman Society. No, you cannot help me. Can I help you? Not unless you got $100. No, you cannot. You got a Milton Friedman Society with fair business practice. You got a community rooted in love, compassion, and solidarity. Then no, you cannot help me. So yeah, the golden rule: you're supposed to treat your neighbor like you want to be treated, right? For 30 years, 39, I think people just want me to be like Jesus, to turn my cheek so they can take advantage. I'm not the person I don't fuck people over. I don't screw people over. I'm the person that gets fucked over. I'm the person that gets screwed over. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of getting fucked over. And for the longest time, well, I don't know. I got some more stuff here. But essentially, I just want to take a couple notes. I just want to never let it be said that I didn't give the Democrats a chance. I did. Here's a few Bible quotes. Let's, end this off on some Bible quotes. Love your neighbor as yourself. You shall not wrong a stranger or oppress him, for you are strangers in the land of Egypt. Nor shall you glean your vineyard, nor shall you gather the fallen fruit of your vineyard, you shall leave them for the needy and for the stranger. I am the Lord your God. You shall not oppress a sojourner. You know the heart of a sojourner, for you were sojourners in the land of Egypt. Exodus 23:9. Let brotherly love continue. Do not neglect to show hospitality to strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares. Hebrews 13:1-2. Let's see here. Show hospitality to one another without grumbling. 1 Peter 4:9. If your brother becomes poor and cannot maintain himself with you, you shall support him as though he were a stranger and a sojourner, and he shall live with you. So love your brother, love the stranger, love everybody, huh? Leviticus 25:35. For I was hungry, and you gave me food. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you welcomed me. Matthew 25:35. Therefore, welcome one another as Christ has welcomed you for the glory of God. Romans 15:7. But no stranger had to spend the night in the street, for my door was always open to the traveler. Job 31:32. Have I explained everything that happened? I went in. I tried to register to vote. The nice lady takes my thing, gives it to the ugly. The ugly's like, being ugly. You already said no. You didn't want my taxes. Tried to pay my taxes before. Now I'm trying to vote. No, evil intentions whatsoever. Just want to vote. It's my, public duty to go vote. But I got 11% black blood. Oh no, the black man's trying to vote. What was he want to vote with us? What's your address? What's your full name? Let me see some identification. Just hypocritical. I just don't know why people can't be as kind as I am. Manners. Some people say that, some abusers say they abuse because they're teaching manners. And I feel like I'm the most mannerly out here. Like, where the fuck are your fucking manners, motherfuckers? Jesus Christ, you learn any? I got a list of 200 manners. Where did you get your so-called manners from? I think there's just a bunch of child abusing liars. You know how I size a person up? I talk to them. I get a sense of their spirit. I get duped a bunch. But frankly, it's only because I believe you are like me. Nice, honest, sympathetic, caring, virtuous. More of a liberator, not an oppressor. More of a comrade, not a tyrant. Believe in a civil society. You're not the enemy of the people. I think it's friendly to wave at your neighbor. You're kind of saying you're keeping an eye on them, sure. On everybody and everything and everybody else, and everybody should. Anyways. I go in, she's sitting at the thing forever, calls Marcy. Hey, Marcy. And apparently it's like a cult, because the fucking post office, the commissioner's office, and somebody else, I was asking for water, and the city hall, maybe, I don't know, but it just, I'm writing a letter to planning and zoning. What me and planning and zoning are doing, that's between me and planning and zoning. I just want to vote. And according to the Constitution, no civil or military power can stop me. But apparently, a civil power, and probably the military too, probably everybody could stop you from voting You'd have to care about democracy enough. And it's not my darkness you're afraid of. You've never been afraid of my darkness. It's my light. Oh no, a smart progressive who actually gives a damn? Well, that makes me feel like a total asshole a selfish ass who don't care about, yeah, because you are. But that's, it's your problem. That's not. Anyways, I tried to go vote. You can't register. You can't recognize someone who's trying to vote as a civic virtue. You think it's the criminal hoodlums who's trying to register? I'm worried about criminal motherfuckers doing major crimes, and you're like, oh my God, there's something that's not totally. I dressed up nice. I put gas in the tank. Those Democrats wasted my time. I shaved my legs for this. I grew up Republican. I voted for Baby Bush in 2000, but I've been Green Party progressive, past 2000s. My entire adult life. I didn't want it to be said that I didn't give the Democratic Party a chance, and I was only going to give them 3 years, but it's been 4 years. Talk to the Democrats at Conejos and Costilla County. Talk to the Democrats in Conejos and Costilla County and ask, how come you weren't able to get a progressive on board with anything? He needs a job, he needs to work, he's smart. You couldn't find a place? If I was in Democratic Party leadership, I'd be embarrassed. I'd be embarrassed that they weren't able to win me over, but also they're not running, in every position in Conejos County. The Republicans, they're a bunch of, there's a lot of Republicans in Costilla County that seem to act criminally because they don't have, any political party. And that's the Democrats don't have anywhere to go in Conejos. Conejos is run by Republicans. Costilla County is run by Democrats, mostly. And you lose every election you don't try in. So, yeah. The Democratic Party in Archuleta County is going to lose most of their local county races too, for the same reason. And I want to know if they're upholding, planning and zoning. There's a lot to planning and zoning, so I want to know if Nathan Ruybal and all his staff, Annabelle, make sure they all know, planning and zoning. Make sure you got all the sheds and your septic tank and got your electric and your water systems, and make sure they have the most expensive ones out there on the market today. Use it as a corrupt bludgeon. Are they upholding the river compact and all that? Let's just see. So I believe in planning and zoning. I believe in an orderly development in your community. But I do think it's wicked to use planning and zoning to run working class farming, small farmers, working class families away. I think it's wicked to use planning and zoning that way. So I don't mind orderly development in the community. I don't mind an orderly development. I don't mind it at all. I just got burnt in Costilla County, so I'm a little wary. Now I got some virtues. Here are my 3 top virtues: love, freedom, and happiness. What are your virtues? Now I had said that the working class don't stand a chance. I also said that they've been screwing me over. People have been screwing me over ever since I've been young, and they didn't give a damn. I also said, well, tell Sol Sandoval I'm not going to vote for her. So I told them all that, and they were just basically, yeah, so. But they're so insecure. I wasn't yelling at them like out of anger. I was basically hurt. So Samantha, Sex in the City, she finally stood up for herself. She was, and womankind. She was applying for a job, and the douchebag, wasn't going to hire her. And she was like, you know what? I'm qualified and I'm good enough for this job just because you don't see it. She was like dignified about it, and then she stormed off, and it wasn't a power move. She didn't have to say anything. Okay, you don't want to hire me, then I'm just going to go home, In fact, by her kind of breaking down like that, kind of showed a little bit of weakness. She wasn't being powerful. She wasn't trying to bully. She wasn't trying to get the job. She just basically had to tell the guy a piece of her mind. And she said that it took everything that she had not to break down crying before she got to the elevator. She was sad. You broke her heart. So I like reassurance. More about reassurance.